All right, welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. Hope you guys are doing wonderful out there today. Let me get this camera set right. There we go, right there. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, we got it. We got it. Welcome back. Do me a favor, tap the like button on your way in. Let's talk about this little bit of a pump we had this morning for Bitcoin. And did we talk about this key level, or did we talk about this key level? We talked about this key level. That's what I'm telling you guys. Let's take a look at the chart right now for Bitcoin and show you what I shared with you guys yesterday. Honestly, pretty crazy. Makes sense. Not that crazy, but let's look very close, down to the 5-minute candles, auto fit the data to the screen. Take a peek at it. We came slightly above it. If you go out to the hourly candle, it looks like we basically hit it. Now, we did have a little bit of a spike up, came to 110.6, broke a little bit above it, but we are finding that resistance right at about 109, 110. Let's go to the 4-hourly candles, and you will see, yes, we had a 4-hourly candle break above this level as well. Why did we come up a little higher? Well, clearly a little bit of a level up here. Perhaps should have had that drawn in as well. Right, we had a couple wicks touch there, a couple bounce off the top there. We rejected off this higher level. I was looking at like 109 and change. Came through it, back down. Let's look at the dailies. And the daily came above as well. So yesterday, what we had was our daily candle close at 110. That was what we had in the wee hours of the evening there, laddie. Yes, the wee hours of the evening. We had 110 Bitcoin, and now today we're kind of having a daily candle coming back down. Is this thing going to retest down to like 106 again? Well, it could. It could. I was looking for a potential resistance off of, yes, about 109. Here we are. Breaking down below, trying to come back up, still kind of rejecting there. And yes, in case you're wondering, I did actually trade this moment. I did trade this moment, and we are in a yep, we're in a little bit of a short position with a nice $450 in the profit as of right now. I told you guys that I would be looking for a short off of that 109 and change level. Found it after we boosted up yesterday, came back down, started to recover, shorted it while it was pumping this morning. Okay, as I woke up this morning, I looked at the market. It was hot. I said a little bit of resistance, a little bit of due for potential retracement. Set a little bit of short. Got my stop loss set. You know what? Here, let's bring it down a little bit. This is the practice that I like to show you. Now, if it hits my stop loss, my take profit, should I say, $209 easily, guys. This could come back up and stop me out at $209. But if it decides to stumble and tumble down further, well, then this is a very, very large position, actually, that could really get a tremendous amount of profit. I mean, in terms of large, I mean, I got $885 on this trade, but it is a 75x short, right? After hitting these 110 levels this morning, this liquidation price for this one was right at around 110.6. That's a level that we did barely hit. What did we hit 110.630. That is basically the very peak. And so yeah, we didn't even actually get there. So basically the idea was, I said, okay, well, we hit the high for the day, and now we're going to kind of see a little bit of resistance. Let's see. Okay, came back. Oh, let's trade it back down a little bit. I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm not bearish on crypto. I'm just finding trades. Yesterday, we longed it a little bit, right? We were longing it. Yep, we were longing it. It shot up. Now, if I had stayed in that long position yesterday, potentially, I could have made a little bit more money on that trade you saw yesterday. But also, I could have easily gotten liquidated as well. So I'm just protecting myself from liquidations by setting stop losses. And if you get stopped out and you take some profit, but not as much as you would have if you just left it open, because you wouldn't have gotten, those are all the what ifs, and we don't deal with the what ifs. We look at the what like is in front of us. Okay. And if we've got profit in front of us, it's beautiful to take some profit. And if you guys like that, as well, we'll tap the like button. Let me know some thoughts in the comments down below on your trading strategies. Very curious to hear from you guys. Have you guys been trading at all? I'm I've been doing it a lot. You guys have seen that. We've been doing that live for you guys. If you want to do some trading for yourself, you can sign up for Blowfin as well. Juan Ricard says, "Sup, Zach?" Hey, no, it's the do I look like Zach Humphreys now? Because I'm bald? Oh man, my bald brother. That's all right. That's all right. That's so funny. How's it going, Juan? All good, all good. Big shout out to Zach Humphreys as well. Good man, good man. We stayed in a little Airbnb with him and Oscar and Austin down in Austin, Texas when we went to the Bitcoin conference down there. That was pretty fun. Today, a couple stories to get into. The S&P 500 back above $6,000 again. Apple's iPad getting some press today. Very interesting. So you got Apple stock up a little bit. Stocks are higher. People are kind of figuring out if there's some solutions going on with US and China. What else we got going on? Circle shares are down a little bit today. Trying to think what else is cooking. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Tesla jumps as the Musk-Trump feud cools. Apparently, Elon actually pulled down one of his posts about a recession in the later half of this year, as he did not want to be too bearish on things right now. I did see that, Kazi. We're going to talk about that, and I got a Crow video later today as well to talk about the crypto credit cards coming to the US. Unbelievable what's going on. Very, very cool. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to keep an eye on this short position that I got right now set on Bitcoin, which is beautifully in the profit. We're going to see how this one shakes out in the long run. Hopefully it shakes a little bit lower. On liquidation front, not a lot of liquidations over the last few days. Let's refresh this, make sure that is accurate. Okay. Yes, a little lighter in liquidations, but a couple shorts were squeezed yesterday. So, that makes sense. We saw a big boost up for Bitcoin. Couple shorts were squeezed, and we came up to that 109, 110 level. Now I'm in the short, and maybe some longs are going to get squeezed as people are trying to predict the breakout. We're going to see how that one cooks through. Looking at what's happening in the market today. Wow, Ethereum is getting a huge boost up today. What is the deal with Ethereum getting a huge boost up today? Is that happening? What's going on with Bitcoin dominance? There's my trade. I want to look at the Let's look at this. Bitcoin dominance coming down as Ethereum's getting a little bit of a bump. Not too bad for ETH holders, getting a nice boost up today. So that's pretty cool. Let me make sure that's accurate. Refresh those charts. Yes, Ethereum to $2,700 today. XRP finding that resistance at $2.30. This is something that I have discussed with you guys. Matter of fact, I actually think that I want to open up a little bit of a trade. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up another trade here on XRP, and I'm going to try to short XRP again. My last XRP short did not go the right way, unfortunately. Like I told you guys, you're not going to win all the trades, guys. You just got to win more than you lose. And so what I'm going to do is try a little bit of a XRP trade here and see what we can do. Boop. What do we got? There it is. Okay. Get this going. Yeah, we'll do a little yeah, we'll do something like that right there. Not too shabby. Okay, got one going. Okay, let's see how that one goes too. So now we got a little bit of an XRP trade as well. I do see a potential rejection off $2.30. Hey, if it goes the wrong way, that's okay. Manage your risk, set your stop losses. So here's the deal. Let's share it with you guys. This is what it is. Boom. So here's the position. I'm in it. A little 30x play, and I got a stop loss set. We're going to raise this one up a little bit. We're going to raise this one up. Stop loss set right up there. It's like a $700 position, but 50% on the line. We're going to see how this one goes. Yeah, but looking at a potential maybe rejection for XRP. So we're going to keep an eye on that. I don't know how I got two of these open right now. What do we got? Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of that one right there. Boom. Got it. Great, grand, wonderful, spectacular. We love it. Yeah, so there's XRP looking at the $2, what, 30-cent level, something like that. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of live trading. Again, I am bullish on crypto. These things could easily blast off, but I'm just looking at simple levels like resistance and support and making trades off that to the upside, to the downside, doing it all. And if you guys want to trade as well, you can sign up for Blowfin and check it out if you want to. Let's get into some of the news. Okay, guys. So let's get into some of the news. Ethereum, big gainer today, up. As a result of that, yes, Uniswap, the largest DEX on Ethereum, is up 23%. Shouldn't be surprised by that. When Ethereum's pumping, Uniswap, of course, totally makes sense that one's popping too. Arbitrum, Aave, big Ethereum plays, Lido, a lot of these Ethereum plays. Chainlink is usually pumps when Ethereum's pumping as well. Tend to see that. This is not surprising to see kind of the Ethereum ecosystem boosting up today. Is there a reason, though, in particular that Ethereum is boosting today? I want to take a peek at that really quick. Let me see if there's a particular reason that Ethereum is boosting. I haven't seen any news stories yet as I've been getting into the day. But what do we got? Let's see what we got here. No, not seeing any big headlines on the staked Ethereum hitting highs. Nothing significant popping out on headlines right now. So yeah, I don't know. Just a technical pattern breakout, I guess, for Ethereum. And that happens, guys. That happens. I haven't been eyeballing Ethereum that much for trading. Frankly, I've really just enjoyed trading Bitcoin and XRP, Pepe, and Doge. Those have kind of been the coins that I've been trading lately. And I'm curious, like, if you guys have been trading, how's that been going? What have you been trading if you've been trading? But yeah, Ethereum's getting a big boost today, so that's pretty darn neat. To the downside, not too much. Not too much at all. Mostly a bullish day. Maybe due for a little bit of a cool off and then a bounce again. I think we could keep going, guys. We could certainly continue to see highs. The S&P 500 wants to keep going. But like I said, I'm doing quick trades in and out, finding support, finding resistance, and kind of playing that game right now. And look at these other markets. These traditional markets are looking like they want to keep going up. And maybe we get some good news about some of these U.S. China talks. That's been one of the biggest things that has been holding the crypto market back. And by the way, to all you guys watching on YouTube, thank you so much for choosing the Crypto Report to join for a live stream today. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell. We'll keep the content coming to you guys. But we want to report on all this stuff. So this is the deal, guys. Any signs of progress will likely be greeted with relief by the markets. Given switchbacks in the president's tariff policy and U.S.-China relations have fed uncertainty about risks to economic growth worldwide. Monday, stocks on Wall Street edge higher after White House officials suggested discussions have been productive, although the president himself says China's not easy. Chinese stocks slid for some reason, which is kind of interesting. So some folks are saying the market's too sensitive. The market is very, very sensitive right now. We are waiting on as well tomorrow some CPI data. This is going to be very important for the Fed and the conversation going on around that. There was a report coming out recently regarding the Fed and Fed to keep rates on hold at least until September. This is the latest headline by Reuters. A lot of people are talking about it today. And this is what you got right now. Looking at the data in September, a 36% chance that we're going to just remain where we're at, and about a 60% chance that we're going to get some type of rate cut by September. But July, not looking like we're getting a rate cut. In June, not looking like we're going to get a rate cut. The question being, with the CPI data that comes out tomorrow, are we going to see the odds shift for this September meeting the right way or the wrong way? The right way, of course, would be more odds towards a rate cut. That's what you want. If you're an altcoin holder, if you're a Bitcoin holder, you want the Fed to cut rates because that typically is a catalyst for a risk on asset rally. That is just what you want to see historically, at least. And so I think that's what crypto bulls are hoping for right now. But we are going to wait for the data. And, here we have some odds right now. Around 55% of economists, 59 out of 105, said the Fed would resume cutting next quarter, most likely in September, and in line with interest rate futures pricing. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we just looked at on that bar chart. Here's another article talking about it. As long as the labor market looks fine, we expect FOMC to continue to stay on hold and use rhetoric to bolster, excuse me, their inflation fighting credibility until there's a cost-wise signal otherwise. There you go. Little gray area talk. So, excuse me, a little bit of uncertainty. And then you get into trade talks. U.S. officials are currently engaged with trade talks with top Chinese officials in London, trying to secure a breakthrough. It's everything we've been talking about, guys. It's still in limbo, and here we go. You've got crypto Twitter talking about Reuters just said Fed will cut interest rates next quarter. They said they expect it to. Some economists believe that they will. Only 55% of them. I mean, so careful what you read on X, because the truth is Reuters has a report that 55% of them, 59 out of 105, believe that they'll cut next quarter. But yeah. So just careful what you read on X, guys. However, there is some positive information out there. 60% of Fortune 500 companies are working on blockchain projects. Now, this is something that is very interesting to me, because there's a lot of projects that we're bullish on because it's a good blockchain and it's going to get mass adoption. Well, what if these Fortune 500 companies just come up with their own blockchain and their own crypto technology? That has always been a risk. But what it does tell you is that crypto and cryptography, the blockchain, is very important. It is a part of the future, no matter what, whether they develop their own blockchain or they partner with an existing blockchain. I think a lot of them will create their own blockchain. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what the investment opportunities are for those Fortune 500 companies that are developing those blockchain projects. Something to keep an eye out for 2025 and 2026 is what Fortune 500 companies come out with some kind of successful blockchain narrative. The only problem with that is that it doesn't really embrace decentralization. And so that's the beauty of DeFi. And that's why people like Ethereum and Bitcoin so much. And then there's some others as well that we talk about pretty regularly. So looks like this XRP short's going the right way. So that's pretty cool. We like that. And we're in also, we got our stop loss set. So that's pretty cool. And then we're also in a little bit of a Bitcoin trade right now as well. So that one's nice. $500 and something in the profit as well. We're doing some trading, and if you guys want to trade, I got links to sign up for Blowfin up to a $5,000 deposit bonus if you want to do that. Interesting news today as well. I want to share with you guys just a kind of interesting article I found on CNBC. Crypto CEO accused of laundering $500 million linked to sanctioned Russian banks. Prosecutors say Luri Gunin, I don't know how to say his name. I don't know how to say Gunin. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know if he's Russian. I don't know what this guy is. I don't know where he's from, but apparently he's in the U.S. Prosecutors say this guy, don't know how to say his name, used stablecoin transactions and falsified documents to amass funds tied to sanctioned Russian institutions. We knew this was happening. We didn't know everybody that was doing, but we just found one. He allegedly doctored over 80 invoices, lied to banks and exchanges by routing funds through the dollar-pegged stablecoin Tether. A lot of people have had some bad thoughts about Tether. This is part of the reason of that. This is part of the reason that the Circle stock, what is Circle stock? Why has it been pumping? They created USDC. Tether has been getting challenged, especially with the MiCA laws and regulations overseas. But Tether has been facing some pushback. This is part of that reason that has experienced pushback. And it's part of the reason that USDC and Circle have been bullish lately. The Department of Justice says that Gunin, I don't know how to say his name, maintained ties to Russian intelligence as well as officials both in Iran and Russia. This is federal prosecutors in Brooklyn have charged the founder of a U.S.-based cryptocurrency payments firm. And we don't hear the name of the firm, by the way, in this article, which is interesting to me. So a headline reads, Crypto CEO, yabba-dabba-dabba. We don't know. Oh, here we go. Avita Investments. There you go. Avita Investments. So there you go. Kind of interesting. Look at this, though. The language used in this, maintain ties to Russian intelligence as well as officials in Iran and Russia. This is top secret stuff. Governments working with CEOs with the millions and billions and the laundering and the money and the crypto and the bim, bada, boop, and the pudding and the, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. This is crypto. You know what else is crypto though, guys? Bitcoin. US crypto stocks rise as more firms plan to buy BTC. Despite all these other bad things we have going on, there's some bad things going on, a lot of positive things going on. Yesterday, I went one after another talking about all these companies that are buying Bitcoin, buying crypto right now. There's so many of them that are buying these assets day in, day out. It is no brainer that Bitcoin is going to continue to grow, continue with this path of adoption into the future. And what's crazy to me, this one gets me kind of nuts. This one gets me a little bit nuts. Can you believe it? CNN Business writing this. Should you invest in crypto now? Oh my goodness. June 7th, 2025. That's the year. Bitcoin is the name of the game, and the price is sitting at $108,000. You could go back to 2016, 2020, 2022, 2023, and 2024 and have gotten a significant discount compared to the $108,000 on Bitcoin. But no, CNN or any mainstream publication, none of them were talking about or suggesting or recommending or endorsing or even liking Bitcoin. In fact, they were mostly hating Bitcoin. All of them, almost all of them, whether it's left, right, center, up, down, mainstream media, was bashing crypto for the longest time, telling you basically not to buy it. When it was hundreds of dollars, when it was just a few thousands of dollars, and when it was several $1,000s. Now it is hundreds of thousands of dollars. And should you invest in crypto now? Well, what do they say? What do they say? Why it might be a good idea. Why it might be a good idea to buy Bitcoin finally at its all-time highs. I want you to buy the top, says CNN. What are they doing? What are they doing? Now, do I think it's a bad idea to buy Bitcoin these days? No, I think actually it's a good idea to be buying Bitcoin consistently over time. But the difference between me and CNN is I've been talking about buying Bitcoin since 2016, okay? And on this channel, we started this channel, I think, in 2022. So since 2022, publicly on YouTube, with video evidence, you have seen that we have been talking about Bitcoin consistently, saying crypto is going to get political. Crypto is going to be bought by the governments. Crypto is going to be bought by major companies. Look what's happening now. It's getting bought by major companies. And not only is it getting caught by major companies, but the major companies that are buying it are having a tremendous amount of success. Bitcoin's rally means all of Strategy's purchases are profitable. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy. This company has gotten so much public flack over their crypto buying strategy. And yet, every one of their purchases at the time that they put out this article, at least, was profitable. How about that? They've got billions of dollars in Bitcoin, 560,000 Bitcoin, insane, and they are all profitable. And people laughed at him. He's a genius. He's a madman. He's a genius. You know what else is pretty genius and kind of crazy? We've got crypto.com utility happening on their platform. Again, crypto.com making the news. Credit cards are now live in the US, bringing another option for you to get into the crypto space. It's pretty cool, guys. They've got these crypto.com Visa signature credit cards. These credit cards are pretty cool. Do I have, you know what? Let's pull it up. I want to show you guys this. So in the US, look at this. You can now get these crypto.com credit cards. It's kind of crazy, guys, but it's pretty cool. You can spend on a credit card and earn cash back. You can get, if you stake CRO, so you can get the midnight one, you'll get 1.5% cash back on your credit card. And this is not the Visa cards now. This is the Visa not debit card. This is the Visa credit card. No staking required for the midnight. Ruby, $500. You can do $5,000 stake for 3.5% cash back. If you stake $50,000 worth of CRO for 12 months, you can get 5% cash back. If you're wealthy enough to do a $500 investment, $500,000 12-month lockup for CRO, 6.5% in rewards. There you go. So these boosted rates are for the first 12 months, and then 4%, 5% thereafter. There you go. And so these credit cards, what do you get? You get the cash back in CRO. Okay, so you get it in CRO. That might be part of the reason that they unburn the tokens, so they can get ready to do rewards for these credit cards. Maybe that's why they did the unburning. That could be the reason. I've got a video coming up later today on that, so I'm not going to spoil the broth on that too much. We'll talk about it more later. But look at the news, guys. Mainstream adoption, very, very real right now. Things are headed in the right direction. Price action is choppy. It's volatile. You know what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the inflation tariff news to subside. South Korea, though, just announced they're going to introduce Bitcoin and crypto legislation. More governments getting pro-crypto. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. We've been talking about it for years. I'm not a financial advisor. I certainly have not been trying to give financial advice, but we have really just gotten very excited about everything going on in the space, including these ETFs. This was one of the catalysts that kind of got this crypto market going. And this time around, 70 billion AUM, the fastest growing ETF in history to ever hit that milestone. That's what Bitcoin does. That's what Bitcoin continues to do. And I think that we've still got a lot higher prices to see in the future. Billionaire Ray Dalio says that Bitcoin is now emerging as a widely accepted cryptocurrency around the world because you can't increase the supply. You can print the dollars. The Fed has the money printer and they go brr with the money printer, but you can't do that with Bitcoin. At the early stage of the big debt cycle, money is hard, which means that it's a medium of exchange. It's also a storehold of wealth. It can't be easily increased in supply, such as gold, silver, and more recently, Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are now emerging as accepted hard currencies because they are widely accepted around the world and limited in supply. It's simple economics, and it is a simple concept, and it goes back to very early times in history when we used seashells as currency. Not me and you, but our ancestors, right? So here's where we're at, guys. Got a little short position open on Bitcoin just with resistance at 110, right at the $900-something price level. Let's see what happens here. We're going to bring down our stop loss a little bit more. Again, I don't really care if this gets stopped out in the green. In fact, I'd celebrate it. It'd be great. It'd be wonderful. We're cool with it. That's a $325 profit trade if Bitcoin goes back to 109. That's totally cool with me. I am in a little XRP short as well with a stop loss set. That one's a little bit in the red right now. We're going to keep an eye on that as well. Maybe Bitcoin's boosting back up. That's fine. We're actually going to go ahead and bring our stop loss down on this because perhaps not willing to lose as much on that one. So there you go. There you go. We've got the stop loss down to 229. Let's see if we can maintain the trajectory here. The reason I did this one is I've been looking at XRP for a while, and I do think though we could easily touch back up to this 250 on this larger time frame, I do think that we are potentially seeing some resistance at the let's see here. Yeah, right at this like $2.30 level, right about that. There you go. Legacy Legendsman in the chat says, I smashed a like because Kip is cool. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Well, thank you, sir. You're pretty cool too, Legacy Legendsman. You are the Legendsman after all. Legendary Legendsman. And Scott smashed a like too. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You can smash it if you think I'm cool. You can smash it if you think I'm bald. And if you thought I was bald, well, you'd be right. I am. We got 64 folks on YouTube right now, 28 likes. We get those likes up, and we got a heck of a ton of people over on X as well. If you're watching on X, give us a repost. Enjoy the stream. Repost it out so some others can hop in. Appreciate you guys. John316 in the chat as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Daryl Young, Mark in the chat, liking that SPX 69 hundo. What else is happening, guys? What else is going on? What else is cooking, good lookings? What's happening, Captain? All right, let's take a peek at the chat here. Potts McBlaze says almost 50K subs. Absolutely. We are getting close to 50,000 subscribers. Help us get there. Let's go. What do we got? Where are we at right now? I don't know where we're at right now. Yeah, 49,000 almost. Crazy, man. Legacy Legend says, when this bull run is over, I'm going to get a prime card on Crow for the 1 million buckaroos. They get like 7.5% cash back. Isn't that crazy? Bitcoin might be coming back up, so we'll see. I'm probably gonna get stopped out here. You know what? I'm gonna bring down the XRP stop loss a little bit even more. We're just gonna bring it down a little bit more even. Hold up 1 second. Yeah. All right. Check ETH BTC. She's calling out for a blast off. Let's check that out. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Yeah, could be. This was a big move. I have not been looking at this chart in a while, but that could be a pretty bounce right there. What could also happen is you could have something like this. You could see it do this. One more spillover, kind of like that. I mean, that kind of mirrors like this, right? So, you know, you could see that happen. Something like that. So, something to keep an eye on, but the monthly candles look nice. You definitely want to see Ethereum hold that line, though. Yep. What do you think of Paul Atkins' speech? I didn't listen to it. What did you think of it? I didn't listen to it. I have no idea what he said. I didn't listen to it. Let's see my bag of Axlar. I don't know much about that one. Anyway, guys, been having fun trading. Got through some of the news in these trades right now. Stop loss is shut, so we'll see how she shakes out. I'm gonna keep these positions open with these stops in place. Take profits, stops in place. We got a super sticker from Juan. Appreciate you. Thanks, Juan. How you doing? Juan? What's up? Thoughts on Resolve, please? Don't know much about it. Don't know much about it at all, my friend. Resolve, we could look at it real quick. We could look at it. Low market cap coin ripping up today. Why? What is this coin? I've never heard of it. What is it? Why is it exploding? Doesn't say there. Stablecoin deal? Never heard of it. But there you go. Just got listed on OKX. That's probably why it's pumping. I don't know. A little too new for me. A little too new for me. Oh, you're very exciting, Juan. I thought it was boring. Oh, not boring. Very exciting. It was boring. Oh, you're not boring. You're very exciting. Paul Atkins was boring. Definitely boring. That's why I didn't watch him. I knew he'd be boring. I got a good gauge on what will and will not be boring. Hopefully I'm not boring. We try to stay bald and entertaining over here. Okay. All right, guys. Nice live stream today. We're going to keep the content coming. That's what we do here. Got some trades going right now. You know where I'm at with them. If you've been watching the content and you like it, smash a like, subscribe for more. Almost at 50,000 subscribers. Thanks to each and every single one of you guys. We will keep these videos coming your way. I'll see you the next one, guys. DCA, hold 'em. Not financial advice. You know the drill. Till next time, guys. Peace.